underway in Buffalo. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here we go. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To the air, Allen.
That is complete downfield to Knox.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 62 yards.
And the Bills will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On second down, here's Mixon. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
He gets this one to Boyd. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
2nd and 9.
To throw, it's Allen. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. Under pressure, they got him again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup at 4, here's 2nd and 6. It's Mixon on the counter. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's got room. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen finding Knox there, complete. It's a room to maneuver.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
39 yards there, a big one. Our score after one. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Gets past one man. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
94 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Again, it's Mixon. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Here we go.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Man open, that's Ja'Marr Chase, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play action. It's Burrow.
He will find Asiasi here, complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And the Bengals have got a first and goal as he's out of bounds at the 4.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago.
Here we go.
Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Mixon will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals have moved out in front.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in... rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
11 empty, 11 empty.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here we go.
Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Here we go.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Burrow will throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second down and 3.
11.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Gun. Stop. 12. 11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. Stop.
They'll give it to Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here we go.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Here's a run with Mixon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
What's your set?
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is 2nd and long. And they will take a knee here. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On the give, this is their fullback. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposite. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing on 2nd down. Burrow. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. In motion, left goes Boyd. 3rd down, Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football,
here we go.
There's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
11, 11, 11.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
He'll buy some time right. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 2, ready? 11 MT.
They run for it with Mixon. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Mixon trying to punch it in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuck from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's on his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Third and goal. Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Devin Asiasi from 3 yards out. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. McPherson on for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score. Bengals 21, Bills 7. Evan McPherson to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
11 MT, take. 11 MT, take. 11 MT.
Now Burrow on first down. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
11 MT, take.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
11.
Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This to make it a 3-score game late.
McPherson's kick is good,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen, he's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 33 yards that time.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs. It's a gain of 11.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen.
Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Allen now looks to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Left side, Cook. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. One final try here for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Bengals are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Taken in at the 11. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
11.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Able to find Higgins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
11 empty tank. 11 empty tank.
Mixing up the middle. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
11.
The center receiver in motion to the right.
11 Thomas.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives him the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because It played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling this team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.